We go to the crematorium, we burn the body, come out ashes. Who cries for ashes? Huh? You burn no barn, that thing come. Even agabati, you burn all the ashes. Who's crying? Anybody crying there? For ashes. The body come out ashes after cremation and furnace. Why the people are crying? Why? Huh? Which part of your body you cry with? You're laughing. Which part of your body do you laugh with? Take all the parts of this body. Which part? Can you point? Can you say? Huh? How? What? When? So when you read Bhagavad-gita, I read Srimad Bhagavatam, all these things are there. Huh? Right? So yeah, Prabhupada speaking here about religion. You change our religion, you change this, that, so many things. We cannot change loving service. We cannot change. You become an atheist too, you can't come out of it. Love. In Nectar of Devotion, there's one book, Prabhupada, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Therefore, Krishna consciousness is a fact. Therefore, Krishna consciousness is a fact. I believe, you believe, this, that, that. On the Facebook, they have so many arguments. One man, he was telling another man, you see these two teeth here? See these two teeth here? They are meant for eating flesh. You're just telling the vegan man. Right? He's telling the vegan, these two teeth are for eating flesh. That's why God gave you those teeth to tear meat. Then I told him, but why you? Then I replied. So I was just telling him. I said, but do you have a knife in your house? Do you pounce on the animal with your claws? Of course, Prabhupada gave this. That's how I know about it. You're so dependent on Prabhupada for everything. What about your claws? I mean, you've got sharp teeth to tear flesh. What about the acid in your stomach to digest it? Then you want to go and cook and put garam masala and this, that thing, the animal, lion is biting with the teeth and a big claws, cooking and making masala. Cooking potatoes and all, and cooking. Can you eat like the lion? You can't eat like the lion. So how is it these two teeth are for tearing flesh? They get very upset with it. So Prabhupada in one conversation, he was making a point when people argue. Because when we're on the platform of this so-called religious platform, we start arguing from the mundane aspect of false ego. Thus, that Jagannath Prabhu sitting there is expert too online. I join him sometime. And we put Prabhupada's statements here and there. So one man was making the point that there's no difference between eating flesh of an animal or eating a plant, because the plants also have life. So Prabhupada said to him, okay, if there's no difference at all, why you don't eat your children? Ooh. Huh? Why don't you eat your children? Why are you discriminating there? Answer. There is a difference. There is a difference. But people can go on and on and on with all these arguments. Okay. Prabhupada says non-Sanatan. Non-Sanatan. See how I put the word? Non-Sanatan religious faiths may have some beginning in the human history, but there is no beginning to the history of the Sanatan Dharma. You can't trace it out. When the soul left the spiritual world and came to the material world, do you have a document for that? Do you have a document? When you left, you go by Lord Shiva when you pass the border. Go to the archives and check. You know, like sometimes our Indian people, we go to the archives here in Greville. They go for what is called OCI card, persons of Indian origin. Like in my family, a lot of people got because they are now they can go up and down to India and stuff like that. So when the Atma, if we are persons of Indian origin, we're trying to trace back our roots. So how we trace back the roots of our consciousness? Because that's originally who we are. Now we are born in Indian family and stuff like that. So we're going back to that place there and we want to get our OCI card so we can go to India up and down like that. So he says non-Sanatan religious faiths may have some beginning and end, but not Sanatan, because it remains eternally with a living entity. Cannot be separate. Okay? Insofar as the living entities are concerned, the authoritative Shastras state that the living entity has neither birth nor death.